Hey guys, this is Genesis here. I'm trying out something new here where I'm recording myself scripting here, and this one's actually going to have my voice over it so I can kind of explain what I'm doing and what I was thinking here. It's sped up by 350%, so hopefully it's comes roughly under 10 minutes. It's still a little long, but sometimes just scripting things take just so long. So what I'm doing here is really for VCOM AI and even my degeneration mod. I'm trying to get it so AI path better inside to their targets. And something that I really needed to do is have it take into consideration the levels of a building, so it won't like to find the closest location inside of a building. It won't consider like a spot on the first floor if the unit or the target is on like the second or third or fourth floor. So it tries to find the closest one. And then if it can't find any at all near, let's say the unit's on top of a roof or something that the AI can't path to, naturally it'll path to the closest location possible. Um, I could definitely still see some issues with that per se. If you have an AI, maybe the best position would be to be out on this hill over here where you have sight instead of going inside the building. But that's going to have to be another workaround video for another day to kind of figure that out. I'm not sure how to actually do that. It would be rather intensive. Well, maybe. Well, I'll think about that later. So right now I'm starting with, I'm trying to find a Bohemia function that they have that just generates all the building locations for you, so I don't have to do it myself. So I'll just kind of put that there to leave that as a note here. Or as you can see, I'm kind of pulling some files from my degeneration because I'm also going to be updating my degeneration mod with this as well to hopefully speed it up and increase the frame rate there. So right here, so far I just have a Notepad++ file open here to talk about the setup. I have a mod installed that allows me to kind of script on the fly, so I don't have to like set it up in a mission script folder or anything like that. I kind of just type it and go and call it in as possible. You can also do this just by default in the game. If you turn on, I think it's like just debug mode or something in a file. Um, but I like to have a mod because it allows me a little bit more flexibility and I can customize it a little bit more. So here I'm just trying to. So far, what I've got so far is for the script to pull the target and find the nearest building to the target, pull the building positions. Um, and that's that bizfunc building positions command right there. And actually what I'm doing right now is actually a mistake. That location array pushback that's actually a mistake. I don't need that. The building positions already does that for me. And all that does is supposed to find the actual building pods. So the building position, because building positions innately aren't in an array format that can be understood. Make set pause or get pause, those types of commands. Um, so one thing I will talk about is going is the pushback command. If you work with a lot with arrays, you really should just start using pushback as much as possible over a typical binary addition. So that's like, this array equals this same array plus this. Unless you really need it, pushback is just a much quicker, more efficient way to do it that I've been finding. It really does add up if you have some pretty big projects going. So here I am just using the thing I was talking about. I'm trying to get this guy to move in right now. And you see, got him to move. And right now I don't have the height check in yet. So I'm just seeing what happens right now. And it's actually pretty successful right here. He goes to a pretty good spot. So I'm actually pretty happy about that. But here I am going to go to a different building. A building that I know I've had trouble with in the past with AI being able to navigate and path into. So I go ahead and just try it again. It looks like you can see the top right, I'm just spewing out all the arrays there. One thing that I will mention, I probably should have mentioned at the beginning of the video, but I'll go ahead and do that right here, is that these scripts, I will leave a comment in the description where you can download them and check them out if you want. I'll be doing that for any future videos as well. So you can kind of see how I put it together if you want to kind of look at it, and even for your own scripts if you have similar issues. Also, don't be afraid to leave a comment down there if you want me to see if I can tackle a specific issue or script something. I can make a video on it and then post it for you. Because I just love challenges anyway. So, all right. So now I'm going to go ahead and work on the height check. The acceptable range is what I called it. So all I did, I don't know if this is the best way to do it. This is what I chose to do it in the moment, was to take the position of the player, the height, and the all the positions, and then their height, and then the acceptable range is plus and minus 1 meter. And if the height of the position is less than or more than that, then it throws it out. And so it selects those positions just on an equal enough plane of the player here. And here I'm just kind of, it took me a while. I actually have, right now, I have the less than and greater than signs mixed up. Um, so I think I should fix that already. Man, this is going so fast. Nope, there I go. Yep, I got those reversed. I'm going to fix those. I'm going to go ahead and recompile it. And you can see all the debug code spewing out there. So I'm going to retest it. I'm going to make sure you can see now he gets up there just fine. That is some extra work the engine has to do to throw out those. But I'm fairly certain it's going to even out because even though, yeah, it's another command I have to do to throw out some extra arrays that I don't need, the closest function command that I use there is a little bit more hefty the more you have. So if you can kind of thin that out, it actually, I'm pretty sure, helps for speed scripts in there, the faster script. So, and then one more check that I'm adding here. So that's what I was talking about at the beginning of the video. So what do you do if, so the player or an AI or whatever, the target is on a roof, and so it was throwing up an empty array, and the unit would throw out an error because the unit had nowhere to go. So I went ahead and I'm adding it in if it returns, and using is equal to instead of equals equals on your keyboard there, saying equals twice is very inefficient compared to is equal to. If you're ever just checking a straight up variable for something that it just is very precise, always use is equal to. It is so much faster. So it is. It's just, that's another little tip there. And so you can see I went ahead and did that, and then he was able to pass to the closest position while on top of that roof. Now this is just me doing some more testing right now. I was trying to find certain buildings, and I actually found a building here that I know I always have trouble with too. And I tried to get the AI to pass through it. And actually in this video, I don't get him to really pass through. He does it once that you'll see. And I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why he did it that one time. I try a lot of little tricks. Sometimes when you just don't know with the script, you just try a bunch of random things. And I'll set my position to the spot to make sure that where he's being told to move is actually a spot. And it looks like it is. So I reset him. I keep resetting him. I put him back. And I was like, well, maybe it's a problem with my closest object script here that I have, which is a very handy one. Bohemia has their own. However, it is atrociously slow. I can, let's see. Off the top of my head, their script took 0.5 seconds roughly to run in most scenarios, while mine took 0.08 seconds to run. So it's much faster and handles almost the same amount of things. It can be easily modified. So that's also in the package there if you want something like that. Just find the closest marker object, just array position, whatever you can really throw at it. So you can see I just could not get on there, and I could not figure it out. It's something I need to figure out. So I went ahead and added something in the bottom there. I'm gonna have it move to every position in that tower just to see if he would move there at all. With a 2 sleep there, and he kind of moves to some spots and freezes. It's like that one spot right there is just, I don't know if it's maybe he's too close to the sandbags, or I don't know. So I had to just try a couple different buildings here. I think I tried one over here where I did kind of the same thing. Then I'm getting ready to wrap it up, where I believe it did work. He goes up and down because that's the script kicking in from telling him to go to different places. So that's where I wrap it up there. Like I said, the link is in the description. This is my first one, so it was a little rough, but we'll keep posting more as I work. Thank you so much. Bye.